Skull Hunter. Interior police station, slightly later. We are behind Sanson as he leans forward. He begins his story. The camera slowly sweeps over his head between Lenny and John and then turns 180 degrees to reveal Sanson. Slow zoom in on Sanson during his monologue. We see the captain looking through the glass at proceedings. The monologue will be intercut with subliminal photographic images of the horrific proceedings, nothing that lingers gratuitously.
I broke in through the window. I'd already been to the house as a meter reader, so I knew the layout real good. I made my way through the house. I moved silently up the stairs and into the bedroom of Mr. and Mrs. Loomis. I hit Mr. Jones with a hammer and put him unconscious, like control the male. First rule of serial killer. Mrs. Jones woke up and I struck her in the face with my fist. I bound and tied up Mr. Loomis. I wanted to give him a good view. I bound and tied Mrs. Jones and placed them next to each other for comfort. I pulled open her night dress thing so we could all see her titties, of course. Her juicy little udders. Moo. I mean, what kind of pathetic serial killer would I be if I didn't do that? I then went down and fetched them kids. They were damn cute, I tell you. I had to tell myself, though, Teddy, don't get carried away now, son. I was real excited, you see. In my line of work, you have to have a calm nerve. I can see in your face what you think of me. And you're right. But you also have to have a calm nerve, yeah? Especially as your boss is watching. Hey, John. I ain't normal, but I can't help myself. It's like...
He shudders.
So I am sorry to offend you both. And whoever is listening.
He smiles at the window.
But you all want to know. I brought in the two kitties. The girl was still asleep, really, in my arms. God, how she reminded me of my youngin' at that age. The boy? Well, the boy was a bit more tricky. He was okay at first. And then he went like, "You ain't my daddy!" and started screaming and shouting. And I could hear the noises coming from them parents, and then the daughter started screaming. And I started to get angry, you see. So I had to hit him. And I dropped him to the floor. I jumped right on top of him, and I didn't want to hit him no more, to spoil the fun for later. So I strangled him a little, just to quieten him down.
He demonstrates. Lenny shares a look with John.
So I didn't want to go too far, and I had to restrain myself, to be real careful, you know? As a kind of like that. It's my thing. But they're so delicate, these young ones. Skin as pure as fresh snow. So now I had the whole family in the room. The parents sat against the wall watching the kitties. The kitties sat watching the parents and crying and stuff. I was in the middle looking at both. Kind of like a circus master. Just enjoying it, really. Thinking, now why do I have to hurt anyone here? Look at all the fear I have. And I ain't done nothing, really.
He laughs.
I had my knife, and I kind of poked the young boy with it. Not to cause damage, just to, don't know, just to draw a bit of blood all over him and hear everyone scream. The parents struggled, and the father got real angry, so I kicked him in the head a couple of times and teased him about how he couldn't protect his family and stuff. I'm a bastard. What can I say? I sat in front of the kiddies again with my knife, and they were real scared. I didn't have to do anything. was enough just to see. I turned to Mrs. Loomis. I looked. She went silent and looked back. She knew I knew. I knew she knew that I knew she knew. I punched Daddy and told him to pay attention. I ripped off Mrs. Jones's gag.
Please, please take whatever you want. Please, take me. Just don't hurt them, please.
I told her I admired her bravery and conviction, and that I was definitely going to take her, and that she was going to have to do something for me. But Daddy had to say it was all right. She knew. She was mighty calm about it. I told Daddy maybe something she was missing out on, you know? I said, Daddy, now tell me it's okay to violate your wife to save the family, okay? She made him agree. And I took his gag off. He was mighty reluctant, but she was beautiful about it and told him it would all work out all right. I laughed inside at that. But she was stoic. Strong woman. I like that. I pulled her out in the middle of the family. She begged me to take her in another room, but I kind of liked the idea of keeping it in the family. Her in the middle, everyone watching the sacrifice Mommy makes for her family. I slowly took her top off. I was gentle. She was only in little knickers, so I slid them off too. The kids were crying, Daddy was shouting, but she was telling them to be calm and that she was okay. Strong woman. I put the knife to her throat as I...
How do you know Ronald Hubbard?
He slides a photo of Hubbard over to Sanson.
I don't know.
Interior police station corridor continuous.
Get Cranston out of there.
Interior police station continuous.
Did you hang the boy?
Yeah. No. I don't fucking know.
The Loomis couple. You finished them very quickly.
So?
You like to play with them after, don't you?
I could slit your fucking throat.
Lenny stands up as Sanson does.
Sit down.
You can't get it up.
I can get it up just fine.
Dead wrong.
Lenny and two policemen force Sanson down.
Or in your case, dead right.
They struggle with Sanson.
Stop, John.
How tall are you?
Get out, Cranston.
John rushes to Sanson.
Have you seen that guy before?
He nods to the captain. Lenny looks at John.